People search every single year, including myself, or at least used to, because now I'm a college graduate and know everything. Just kidding. But every year people search for the same thing, what to bring to college. And I thought I'd share my wisdom this year with a huge, ultimate, real deal, what to bring to college. Welcome. Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Cam. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe down below. Today I have for you guys the pretty much ultimate college essentials, everything you need to bring to college. Like, there's no like cutting corners here. I literally love these videos. I have seen them and I'm just like, a lot of people are forgetting a lot of things that everyone needs to bring to college. So I graduated this past May. I went to Emmanuel College in Boston, right in Fenway. I really only have experience in the small school realm. However, I have lived in an off-campus apartment. I have commuted. I have a lot of experience on what to bring to college and what not to bring to college. I feel as though I need to share my wisdom with all of you so that you all know exactly what you need and what to spend your money on, because I hate seeing people waste money. I had to get water because this is going to be a long one. So I compiled a list of absolutely everything you need. You see me looking down, I am reading off of the massive list I made last night of everything that you guys need for college. I pretty much narrowed it down to 5 categories. So I have tech, I have dorm, I have clothing, school supplies, and random. Let's just get right on into it. Okay, so first thing on the list is my MacBook Pro. This guy has gotten me through so much. I used to have the MacBook Air, however the MacBook Pro M1 chip is an absolute game changer. And with the MacBook Pro, it is just so quick. It downloads things so fast. It just runs every single program that you could ever want and need. It's just the best, and again, it is just so fast, and I absolutely adore this thing, and I very much recommend investing more money, if anything, into a good laptop that's going to get you through everything you need and more. You might be taking your notes on this, you might be taking a bunch of labs, you might be taking a lot of math classes that require a lot of programs you need to run, like coding. I know for sure you need a good laptop for, because I did. If you guys remember, I took a coding class and my laptop, my MacBook Air, literally just sounded like it was about to explode. But this guy right here literally just doesn't have that fan, and it is just the best thing I could ever ask for. And with that, because your MacBook Pro is going to be in your backpack, whether you're walking around campus, taking the bus, driving around, you're throwing your backpack like pretty much everywhere, all over the place. So you do need a protective case that goes along with your MacBook Pro. Thank you, Casetify, so much for sending me all of these gorgeous MacBook Pro cases. So Casetify has so many different styles for you guys to choose from. Their packaging, when you order them, like, let me just show you. Like, it literally comes in this luxury box and this dust bag, but it just comes in such beautiful packaging. It is just absolutely gorgeous. It comes with extra little bumpy thingies in case you lose them. Obviously, it's perfect for back to school. Casetify is all about protecting your very, very expensive products. These trendy MacBook cases, they will never compromise the protection with their 1.8mm hard shell cover. For a durable case that lasts all year long, which you guys obviously need, no matter what school throws your way, you'll never have to worry. Casetify's scratch resistant surface, whether you're feeling floral, animal print, or just a good old pure color case, they've got you covered. So obviously they have this ultra slim case. As you guys can see, it's really like not even that noticeable that you have a case. It almost kind of looks like a sticker that you have on. Casetify has endless design options, clearly, and you are just pretty much worry-free with these cases because it's easy to snap on and you can pretty much just be worry-free altogether. You guys obviously know I also have a ton of Casetify phone cases, so I knew automatically once they kindly sent these over to me that my laptop would also be protected. I've been using them for quite some time and I just cannot say any more good things about Casetify, and I just love them so, so much. Their cases are perfect for school, work, travel, literally whatever you need. Casetify literally has you covered on everything. So you guys can go to www.casetify.com/CameronJewel to get 15% off your entire order, whatever case you choose, or even iPhone case. However, you're definitely going to need a case for your laptop this school year, I promise, especially with going back on campus this year. And you guys can check out my custom URL down below in the description or the comment section. And yeah, comment down below which case you guys like the best out of the ones that they sent me, and let me know which one you're getting. I'm just so excited. Okay, so next up, what I have next on my little tech section is an extension cord. This is so handy to use because if you have a dorm and you have that desk, you're gonna have a ton of things to plug into it. For example, that I'm gonna mention later, a little sneak peek, your desk lamp is gonna have to plug into it, say like a vanity mirror or of some sort, your laptop charger, your iPhone charger, literally everything and anything is gonna go on that extension cord, and you're limited within those dorm rooms or even apartment buildings with how many outlets that you have. So an extension cord is super helpful. And if you want, you can get command strips. You can use a command strip to tape a extension cord to like give you some more floor space against the desk. Next up, this obviously like isn't a huge necessity, however it is just such a luxury to own, and it is the Apple Watch. I love this thing so much. It tracks my steps. I can know the weather for the day, obviously knowing the time. Obviously you have your phone too, but honestly having an Apple Watch makes life so much more fun and so much easier. So if you do have the means to spend the money on an Apple Watch, very much recommend. Okay, so this next item obviously is not a necessity, however it does save you money in the long run when it comes to notebooks and like wasting paper. Highly recommend the iPad Pro. You obviously do not need both the MacBook or the iPad, especially if you're getting the Magic Keyboard. You guys can use the iPad and the Magic Keyboard together to use as a laptop if you guys would like. However, there are certain programs that do not run on the iPad when it comes to school. I use GoodNotes on my iPad so that I can, you know, take notes on everything with the Apple Pencil, and I just absolutely love this duo together. I think it's a great investment, especially when it comes to whether you have the classes online or not. It's great for multitask. You can do this and kind of just like multitask like that. Senior year was literally perfected by this thing along with the Magic Keyboard. However, you do not need to waste that kind of money. You can choose between either the iPad or the laptop. Next up, I just have extra chargers for your laptop and your iPhone to keep in your backpack at all times. If you have a full day of classes, it definitely sucks when you do not have your laptop charger and you need your laptop for taking notes, or maybe your class requires you to have your laptop to do some research or whatever. So definitely recommend having an extra few chargers on you at all times. I used to keep this little pouch from Triangle when I got my Triangle bikini, just to keep all of my tech supplies in there because obviously wires get really annoying. And then next up, I have either getting Beats or the AirPods. I really love my AirPod Pros. They're literally the best investment I've ever made. Or a pair of Beats. These are wonderful. I love these. They're great for doing homework. Like I literally cannot hear anything. Or if like you're in the library and you don't want to hear people talk. My only complaint is with the Beats is that if you're blasting music, people will definitely hear it. With the AirPod Pros, you cannot hear anything. You can get a cute little case like this and hook it onto your keys or whatever, but I do not recommend that because someone can steal that. Moving on to the dorm / off-campus essentials. I highly recommend getting a box fan. I had both a box fan and an AC. However, when I had the AC, I didn't really use the box fan much. Kind of just depends on your lease. If your lease allows you to have an AC. So definitely invest in a box fan. It can literally be the cheapest thing in the entire world, but it makes all the difference. I lasted an entire Boston summer in my gross, sticky, humid apartment with just a box fan with like the window open, and I was totally fine. Next thing you're gonna need is long plastic bins from like Home Depot or even like Target or Walmart. These long plastic bins literally are so helpful whether it comes to extra clothing storage or snacks. I keep a ton of snacks underneath my bed, or at least me and my boyfriend did when we lived off campus together. It is just so helpful. My boyfriend still has that long plastic bin because he keeps like a bunch of extra stuff, a bunch of extra storage underneath his bed with that long plastic bin. Obviously you don't need to keep it under your bed, but that's just what we did. And then you're also just gonna want some extra drawers to go underneath your bed, which leads me to my next one. You're gonna want a bed lift. So it's like these big like plastic things that go underneath the bottoms of your bed that lift your bed. You definitely want to use as much under bed storage as you possibly can, especially if you're in a small dorm room. Next up, you're gonna want a body mirror of some sort. This is super helpful when it comes to like going out and you want to get a picture with your girls, you just want to get pictures, or you just want to get like outfit of the day pictures. You're definitely gonna want some sort of long mirror. Next thing you're gonna want is a whiteboard calendar. This is so helpful. I put it right next to my desk. I absolutely utilize this thing so much because I need to see everything laid out. You know, I need to see like what's coming up, what's due, what classes I have for that day, what I need to prepare for this month. Even when it comes to bills when you're living in an apartment, it's super helpful to have a whiteboard calendar. You just write down all of those due dates for everything so that you can see that every single day, just to, like, lead up to it. Next, you're gonna want a little mini TV. Obviously, like, you can get these super cheap on Amazon. I'll like link the one that I have down below. Super great, super helpful. You do not need cable of any sort. You do not need to pay for that. If you have Netflix, Hulu, or Disney Plus, it's just super helpful. Next thing you're gonna want is a printer. I know this is such a controversial thing to have, but you just save a lot more money. Obviously, you're going to get some sort of credit to your campus printer. However, it runs out, and it's just terrible when it runs out because I was someone that loved highlighting things, especially when it came to reading and especially when it came to printing the syllabus. But when I got the iPad, I could just literally download it onto my GoodNotes, so that's why I also recommend the iPad. If you do have the iPad, don't bother getting a printer because you're just gonna have everything on GoodNotes. If you don't want to get the iPad and want to invest into a printer, go for it. Okay, next up, you're gonna want a coffee machine. I own the Nespresso Virtuo and the Nespresso Larissa. I love both of them. However, my Virtuo Plus, it still stands my favorite. Absolutely adore it. It just saves you a lot of money because I was spending $10 a day at Starbucks. I'm not even kidding. That literally adds up to $70 a week, and I would spend that without even thinking twice. So I very much recommend you getting your own coffee machine so that you're not running to Starbucks every single day on your way to school like I did. And it is just such a waste of money. But getting your own coffee machine is something that you actually like. It saves you so much money. Like, I save hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month because now I'm only spending $60 every 3 months for pods compared to $70 a week. Come on, guys, like, seriously. And then next up in the dorm essentials slash off-campus essentials, do not cut corners when it comes to your desk chair. Even if a dorm offers you a desk chair, get rid of it. Literally just get rid of it. Hide it in your closet or something if you have the space, or like get a bunch of like comfy cushions to go on top of that desk chair. But if you're living in an off-campus apartment and you got your own desk, do not cut the corners when it comes to getting a comfy desk chair because you are literally going to be in that chair like 70% of the time throughout your day. I learned that during like the peak of COVID and we were all online. My desk chair was so uncomfortable, so highly recommend getting a very comfy desk chair. Next up, our next category is clothing. So obviously bring the necessities, however, do not overpack. I just recommend getting a rain jacket. Do not bother with an umbrella because where you're going, there's probably going to be wind tunnels, especially if you're in a city or in a super enclosed campus. There's going to be wind tunnels and your umbrella is going to break. And just carrying an umbrella all around, like, you are just going to lose it. And it's just going to become super annoying carrying it around. Don't even bother with an umbrella. I'm telling you right now, just get a rain jacket. Next, you're going to need some sort of waterproof shoes such as rain boots because I've ruined so many sneakers walking to school in the rain and my socks get soggy, which is literally like the worst thing in the entire world. So please bring some sort of rain boot. Next, you're gonna want a comfy pair of running or walking sneakers because obviously you're gonna be walking and running around campus all day long. Another thing you're gonna want is beater sneakers, like your beater, like Nike Air Force Ones. Like, get a nice pair and get one for beater shoes because the amount of frat basements you're gonna be in is going to be literally disgusting and your shoes are literally going to be muddy. Like, it's disgusting. Next, you're gonna want like shower shoes of some sort, depending if you're in a dorm. That's one thing I wish I had when I visited my boyfriend at his dorm because he lived in a suite with like 9 boys and it was disgusting. Next, you're just gonna want a ton of sweatshirts and t-shirts because let's be real, we're not gonna dress up every single day on our way to campus or in class, or if we're just at home doing online classes. Bring as many as you want. That I have no limit on. Obviously going out clothes, and then one winter jacket. I have the Aritzia long jacket, I believe. It takes up a lot of space in your closet, so literally only bring one. Next up, we have the category school supplies. Again, if you have the iPad or plan on taking all of your notes in your laptop, do not bother with any of these things besides one thing, the file folder. So this is just one big file that has a bunch of different categories of folders that you can just put everything in one place. It keeps you so much more organized. So I highly recommend that instead of getting a bunch of different folders for different classes because it's just ridiculous. Next up, we have the planner. We need a planner. I love the Day Designer. It's one of my favorite planners, except this year I tried out the Ivory Paper Co planner. The only con I have for that planner is that it takes forever to get shipped. So if you want it, order it literally a month or 2 or two literally in advance. It is a small business, so obviously I cannot complain. Next, you're gonna want highlighters, pens, pencils, but the mechanical ones. You're gonna want whiteout sticks, and you're gonna want a mini stapler. The times I have wanted a mini stapler and didn't was time wasted. A mini stapler literally saves lives. And then for a backpack, I highly recommend the North Face Borealis. I've had it for 2 or 3 years and it's held up so nicely and I just absolutely adore it. Okay, last category we have is random. So I highly recommend getting a bunch of chapstick and just having it all literally everywhere. Not even kidding. Like 2 in your backpack, 2 in like your makeup drawer or wherever drawer, and just literally everywhere because you're gonna need it. I love having, you know, like moisturized lips, so chapstick is a huge necessity for me. Bring a makeup bag. Do not bring like a huge like makeup organizer. Literally just bring a makeup bag because it's just gonna use up too much space. However, if you're big on skincare, I do recommend a skincare organizer if you can keep it small. Next up, you're gonna need some sort of water bottle. I do have a Hydro Flask. I really do like my Hydro Flask. I don't know why it's like so annoying to have nowadays, but I really do love my Hydro Flask. I do. I use it a lot. You are 110% gonna need some sort of water bottle to carry around with you on campus or to just keep in your dorm or apartment. Next, you're gonna need a lanyard for your keys or your campus ID because usually those campus IDs are your ticket to literally get in buildings or your dorm building. My apartment keys were literally like the one thing that I would never be able to find until I got a lanyard, so definitely get a lanyard. And you're gonna want to bring a bunch of hair ties. You will lose them all, but just bring as much as you possibly can. Next, you're gonna want a desk lamp. I already talked about that earlier, but you're definitely gonna need one. A robe. I personally recommend robes over bringing a bunch of shower towels because they take up so much room, and then you're also just gonna want a few small towels for like face or like something like washing your hands. But I do recommend just getting a robe and like 2 shower towels. That's just like what I like. And then I forget what these hangers are called, but they're the hangers. They're just the hangers that are super soft and don't let your clothes fall. You can get like a huge pack of them from BJ's for like 20 bucks. So highly recommend those. And then those carts from Home Goods that have wheels on them. It's like a storage cart. You can get them from Amazon too for super cheap. I did to like fit in between my desk and my bed because I had such small space to fit, but I needed more storage. So those are the best. Next up, you're going to want a pillow topper. I'll have the one that I got linked down below. It makes life so much better. You're gonna want a good night's sleep. Do not waste your life sleeping on a shitty mattress. Get a pillow topper. No matter how pricey it is, get one. Next, you're gonna want a ton of Tide to Go sticks. I literally needed these every single day because I'm a messy eater, I'm a messy drinker. I just always needed Tide to Go sticks, and you're just gonna want them everywhere like you want them, just like chopsticks. You're just gonna want them everywhere. Next, you're gonna need a Brita because I lived in Boston and Boston has disgusting water. So make sure you have filtered water because you do not want to get sick from water. Next, you're gonna want one of those shower filters to go on your shower head because especially if you're a blonde, you do not want disgusting water, phosphate I think it is, that ruins the color of your hair and just ruins your hair overall. So get one of those filters to go on your shower head, please. Next, you're gonna want a mini vacuum. This is super helpful, especially when it comes to like mini messes on your little rugs that you have in your dorm or apartment. Next, you're gonna want a laundry bin, except one with wheels. Do not spend $15 on a laundry bin, okay? Especially the cloth ones because they get disgusting and they hold odor. So get one that's plastic, hopefully if you can, and one with wheels if you can. And then last but not least, command strips. They come in handy a lot of the time for literally anything and everything. Alright guys, that pretty much ends my college essentials video, the ultimate guide to what to bring to college. I have no idea what I'm calling this video yet, clearly. Make sure you guys go check out Casetify. Use the link down below. I'll also have it on screen so that you guys can get 15% off your new MacBook cover or phone case. They literally have so much to offer when it comes to back to school season. Literally everything and everything. You want to keep your tech protected this school year and every other school year to come. So I'll have all the cases that I bought that I have down below for you guys to go check them out, as well as my custom URL that helps me out a little bit and helps you out a little bit because you get 15% off. So definitely check the link down below, use my discount, and thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what year you're going into this school year and let me know your college essential. Thanks again so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.